Alright, what is going on YouTube? Today I wanted to talk about the future plans for the channel. Honestly, I'm debating like what to get, like what pets to get. So I think what we're gonna do is, well, my plan is to get a freshwater tank, a saltwater tank, and multiple ponds and pool ponds and koi ponds and all this other stuff. But I have a couple pet options that I want to go over, and you guys can vote, and we can choose one that everybody would want to watch. I was thinking about, for the saltwater pond, to get an octopus, and then a couple other stuff in there with the octopus. I think that would be cool. And then a couple other pets I'm gonna look into. But for the freshwater part, I mean, a lot of the freshwater stuff. I want to have a pet that nobody has. So I need to look for a freshwater pet that would be unique and interesting for people, because some of the fish get, and I mean, I don't know, some of the fish get, I don't know how to put it, gets a little boring after a while. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, every fish is different, obviously, but I mean, it would be cool to see something really different. So I'm gonna look for a cool freshwater pet option. Like maybe a stingray, like a big stingray would be cool. Like we get a big pool pond and put some stingrays in it with some fish. That would be really cool. I don't know how hard it would be to get that, but we'll always look into it. And then for the ponds, the koi pond, I want to get a mini pond, like a mini koi pond, and then we'll have the little fish in the pond, and as they grow up, we'll move them into the bigger ponds. And then I want to have a big pool pond for the koi specifically. So we'll get a bunch of little koi, and we'll put them in the koi pond. And then as they grow up, we'll move them to the big pond. And I feel like that would be really cool. Like, have a bunch of cool fish and name them all, and do feedings and all that. And then I want to have a pond for just predators, like strictly predators, salt and fresh. I think that would be cool. I definitely want to do a big saltwater pond. Like, me and my dad have talked about doing a saltwater pond since I was little. And then growing up, we had a bunch of saltwater aquariums and stuff. So I think a pond would be awesome. And then who knows what we'll have in it, like lionfish. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how hard it would be to get a shark. I'm sure if we had a big enough tank, we could do it, or a big enough pond. So maybe we'll do that. Let's see what else. So for a saltwater predator, other than a shark, I think the grouper and the snapper would be cool. Because, well, since grouper have a season, we can't really do grouper, but I know bumblebee grouper would be cool, having a big one of those. And then the snapper would be awesome, like having like a really big mutton snapper or something, or a big cubera snapper. I think would be really cool. I don't know what the laws are on that. I have to look into that all still. A snook would be awesome, but you can only have them for a certain time of year. And then one of my friends who also has a YouTube channel, it's Raw Fishing, he's gonna help me get a bunch of cool stuff. So we'll have a bunch of cool freshwater and saltwater options to go over. So that should be awesome. Another thing I want to do is I want to get dig out a pond and load it with fish that can breed really fast. So like tilapia, and then goldfish, and other fish like that can breed really fast. And then that way we have like stuff to feed the freshwater fish with all the time. So we'll have like a little breeder pond, and that'll be our bait, and we'll have unlimited live bait. And then for the koi, I think just maybe we'll build some feeders that would feed all the koi, and then we'll get koi food. I think that would be fun. And so for the pond that we're gonna put like the goldfish and all that in, we'll probably build that out, like just dig it in the ground, and that should be really cool. That way all the bass and all that can eat easily. We'll get the fish just from the pond whenever they're ready to be fed, and we'll throw them in there. So that should be really nice and convenient. I know a lot of my friends do that, like Paul Cafaro does that, so that'll be interesting. Another thing I want to do is I want to get multiple big bass. So like we have a lake over here that I fish. It's a secret lake, and it's loaded with 10+ pound bass. So I think it'd be really cool to get a 10-pound bass or bigger, and train it, and then have a live feeding area and do all that. I think that would be really cool. And then we'll feed it all kinds of cool stuff, like I want to try to feed it like feed snakes and all that, just crazy stuff. So I think that would be really cool. Another thing I want to do, another thing is turtles. Turtles. I love turtles. These turtles are awesome. So I think it'd be awesome to get like a little turtle enclosure and get tortoises and all kinds of turtles. That would be really cool. And then I mean there's just so much we can do. But I want to hear from you guys what you guys want to see, like freshwater fish, saltwater fish, any kind of animals, all of that. So comment below what you guys want to see, and I'm really open to ideas. I mean the ideas are endless. I mean we can get anything we want. So just whatever you guys want to see, just comment below and we'll try to make it happen. I think that's the coolest thing is to be able to do something that not a lot of people can and be able to share it with everyone. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna do more research on all of this kind of stuff and we'll get that all built and it's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited. And then hopefully what we will be able to do is get a big patch of land and we'll just have like a huge farm type thing and we'll have fish and animals and all this. It'll be really cool. And like I said, the exotic fish is what I really want. I want exotic saltwater fish, exotic freshwater fish, exotic animals, exotic turtles, all these crazy stuff. So I think it'll be really fun and cool. Another thing that would be really cool is the corals, like the breeding corals and getting exotic corals. I want to do that. Like I think that would be so cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a lot of research on that and I'll get a big coral tank and we'll just be able to grow all these kinds of corals and we'll be able to throw it in there with our saltwater tank and we'll have, and we'll get eels. Eels is another thing that would be really cool, like a big saltwater eel, and then that way the eel will have a bunch of areas to go with the coral. And just growing corals in general is super cool. Like you can get a little piece of coral and it'll grow into a big piece and it's really cool. I have a lot of friends who do that for a living actually, so it's pretty interesting. They grow a lot of crazy stuff, so that should be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. So the possibilities are endless on what we can get. Saltwater fish, freshwater fish, all kinds of these predators that I want to get. All kinds of fish that are just really cool to have in general. Cool eating, or like stuff that has really cool eats. A mantis shrimp would be awesome, but my friend Joey already has one, and he has the mantis shrimp content. So if you want to check him out, his YouTube channel is Joey Slayham. He's really cool. So I want to find something cool. But crabs is another thing, but I think those will be cool because we will be able to feed those to the octopus. I definitely want to get all the exotic fish though too. I want to get like the red-tailed catfish and the arowanas and the peacock bass and all that. So I'll definitely make that happen. And then we'll be able to do a bunch of cool feedings with those. I know the red tails are super cool to feed. So yeah, we're gonna get all those fish. I think another thing that would be super cool in the freshwater part is getting a bunch of piranhas, like getting like 50 piranhas in a giant tank. Like that would be so cool. And then we'll do cool feedings with that. So I think that should be cool. We may get one of those, like a big tank with piranhas, like strictly for piranhas. And then, all right, I think another cool, awesome fish to have would be a bowfin. A bowfin is kind of like a snakehead, but it's legal to have, so you can have them. So they have like crazy eats, like we've caught them before, and it's just insane. They're so fast. So I think that would be really cool to have, just dropping a fish down in front of him and him coming up and just smashing the bait. So we're definitely going to get one of those in the freshwater pond. So we're going to do that, and along with the other cool stuff that we're going to get. We might get some snakes too. I think some snakes would be cool, like pythons and crazy cool snakes. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to comment that below too. But I'm really open to ideas, guys, so please comment below and we'll see what we can come up with. But I think that's the best thing, to do. Ideas that you guys have, ideas that I have, all that kind of stuff. So let's try to build something awesome. So comment below and we'll try to add something. Alright, so another thing I want to do is a seahorse tank. How cool would a seahorse tank be? We'd be able to get a bunch of cool plants in a tank just for seahorse, and we'll load it up with all kinds of cool seahorses and get a cool little tank going with them. I think that would be pretty interesting and cool, to have those around, so that way we have a little bit of everything on the channel. I don't want to focus it on one pet or one fish or one set species. I want to have a variety of all kinds of things. So we'll get into that, and we'll get all kinds of cool stuff. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited to see what happens. So koi, stingrays, all kinds of exotic fish, all kinds of exotic saltwater fish, all kinds of turtles, all kinds of saltwater fish, all kinds of freshwater fish. It's gonna be awesome. So subscribe. We're gonna do all kinds of cool tanks here very soon in the next couple months. It's gonna be pretty cool to see all the new stuff come on the channel. So if you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.